So a bit of a surprise to see me maybe on a Tuesday night. But we've got the Lincolnshire show tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday, and the videos will be too long. So what I want to do is a special video on the show for Thursday night. So the one I'm putting up now is purely on blackgrass control. We started our blackgrass pulling on Monday, yesterday. So I've got a detailed look at that and how we go about that. A lot about our blackgrass history, how we've controlled it. And for those of you who don't know what blackgrass is, listen for the next sort of 15, 18 minutes and I'll talk about it and how we control it. We'll see you Thursday night with video on Pure Lincolnshire show. Then Sunday I'll be back with my regular slot on a Sunday morning at 8 AM. Again, looking a bit about blackgrass. I'll go into the costs of it as well, because that's really, really important and interesting, and a few other snippets around the farm. So if I see you at the show, please come up and say hello. I always enjoy chatting to people who watch this channel and look at the videos. So thanks very much for watching this. We'll see you at the end, or we'll see you at the show, or we'll see you Thursday night or Sunday morning at 8 AM. It's Sunday morning, just driving around the farm, just going to walk the dogs. We've had 15 millimeters of rain since yesterday lunchtime, Saturday afternoon. Now looking at the sugar beet next door, you can see a field of sugar beet. I'm just going to show you the results of the 15 millimeters of rain yesterday, or last night and this morning. The field's growing really well, but the old water patch comes back the minute we get some rain. It just shows that this area and any areas like these in any of the spring crops, they won't be rectified until we get to the autumn, so we can get this crop harvested, get the mole plough in, or get the subsoiler in and the solo, and really loosen it underneath and remove all these compacted areas. So it's Monday morning and we've got the blackgrass pullers have started. This is a team that we have from an agency at Lincoln, and we go through every wheat field pulling blackgrass, sterile brome and wild oats. This is up on the heath on the light land, and we're going to go in this first field. This has got more blackgrass probably than anything, but it's still that we can enough that we can pull. I'll go through all our blackgrass policy and what we've done over the years and how we've got to this level where the farm is reasonably clear for blackgrass in a few minutes. But I just need to go in the field here and set them off, and just to make sure they're going to do the job to our standard that we require, which is really high, because with blackgrass you need to remove 98% of the blackgrass so that the seeds, if you miss any, the seeds that drop, that infestation doesn't get worse next year. So 98%, which is a huge figure. So we'll go in the field now and just have a word with them, and I'll spend an hour with them. And Nala and Frankie are already out there, so they're supervising for a start. So you can see this is the field of wheat that we planted in January. There's a few wild oats here, just back here. So this is what we've got. These are wild oats on the boundary, on the edge, that we just need to pull these. Otherwise they'll be into the crop next year. So just pull them up, so make sure we get the roots like that, put them in the bags that we've got. We take everything off the field. We don't put anything down in the field or in the hedge bottoms. It's all taken off the field and disposed of in the wood and left to rot down. See, Nala's just checking that they haven't missed any. She just loves being around people. So they were pulling the barley, but I think we're not doing now. There's a little bit of barley in it. You can see here's the barley, so with the awns on the top. And the awns of the barley, by the way, are like the flag leaf in wheat. So it's those awns that give the barley the yield, so you need to keep that clean. Whereas with wheat, if you remember the flag leaf, which is, let me just put the wheat plant, so the flag leaf is that last leaf above the ear. That's the one that gives you half of the yield, so we need to keep that clean. So that flag leaf and the awns of this barley, hang on if I can separate them out, they're the ones you need to keep clean. So we're not going to pull that, because the wheat is only feed wheat, so for animal feed. So and if the barley goes into there, it won't really spoil the sample, and there's not enough of it to make any difference anyway. You'll struggle to find it after harvest when you combine it. So what we're doing now, you can see there's 5 of them at the minute. We normally have 8 or 10. One car couldn't come, so there's only 5 at the moment. But because we're so particular and so meticulous about getting rid of it, we'll have 5 of them like this. We'll walk around the outside of the field for a start. Now you might think they're very close, and yes they are, and they need to be, because if you need to get all of them, which we do, then you don't want to miss them. And so when you look along the field here, you can't see them waving about. Some fields you drive around the country and the top of the crop is grey. When you see big patches of grey weed, and that is blackgrass, and all that will seed. And when I find the blackgrass here, I'll show you what they're like. But the idea is here, we walk these very close on the outside of the field. One person will walk in the very outside of the field, then the next one. So you've got 5 in 16 metres. And then when we've got the outside done, they will spread out because there aren't so many. Now I got to the end of the field along the road where we know there is some, and straight away in front, it's very difficult to see, but there is blackgrass, and in that one ear there'll be about 500 seeds, so that will be 500 plants next year. There's another one there, so that's why we need to pull these and remove them off the field. So you can see they are very difficult to see when you're looking from a distance. And we need to reach to the floor like that, pull them up, and then you'll get the root as well. But there is some all the way along this roadside. So this one is easy to see here. So if you reach down to the floor, right down there, you can just see the thin stems. They're the blackgrass plants. So reach down, grab it all around the outside of everyone, just pull it like that, and there is all the blackgrass plants. Root with it as well. It's very easy to pull on here with the soil and the rain we've just had. Some more here, there, and there. Oh, look at that. What's that fly? It's gone. So again, reach down, find it. There it is. You can see it growing just there. Grab it all, pull it slowly, and that's got all of them in one go. And then the same here. There we go, down there. Pull that. You see it pulls very easily with this soil and the rain. And then that's 2 plants there pulled, and Ruben's brought the bucket to this corner to put them all in, and then we're going to put the bucket further along that end because there's a lot down this side that need pulling. So Ruben's now going to move, so everybody's emptied the bags here because it is hard work when you're having to pull and carry a full bag. So Ruben's going to go now to that far corner. There's a gap in there, and then now any time that when they get the bags full, they'll just have to walk down there to empty them into the bucket down there. But putting them in the bucket, it's a lot easier than dropping them on the floor then picking them up, because we go around at night and pick up everything they've pulled that day. We were going to get some 1 ton potato boxes and line those with plyboard, and then try and buy a box tippler for the Manitou that you can rotate the box upside down like you can with potatoes, but we haven't been able to find one yet. So if anybody knows of a box tippler or rotator, whatever they're called, for emptying potato boxes with the Manitou brackets on, actually we can weld some Manitou brackets on. If anyone knows where there's one second hand, please let us know. All right, Nala, doing a good job. So now we're starting to really come into where they are. There, and then you can see here. This is about the worst blackgrass we've got anywhere on the farm. So I'm leaving them now. Now they know what to do, but there is 2 of them have been here last year, or the other year apparently. One said he was here 7 years ago. Nala, come on, good girl. And so they do know what they're doing, but every farm's different. But the way we do it, our attention to detail on this weed is really, really high, because it's the most problematic weed we have. Nala, come on, good girl. Here's Nala. So just to explain about blackgrass, that is a blackgrass here. I'll turn it round and you can see how it looks differently in some light. Now if you turn it round, can you see it's sort of a grey blacky colour, and that's why it's called blackgrass. So when you drive around the country and you'll see fields of wheat or barley or any crop really with a grey tinge to the top of them instead of lovely lush green, and it's about now that you'll see it, that is patches of blackgrass. And it's particularly bad this year in some places. Now that one ear, I mean, if you look at it, I'm just trying to put my finger up against it. So that's the size of it. It's a big one from a winter wheat crop planted in, say, October, because this crop was planted in January, so it's not, these blackgrass ears aren't so big. But you'll get anywhere between 500 to 1,000 seeds in that one ear. So you imagine the amount of seed return. And for arable farming, it is the most problematic weed and the weed that will give the most yield reduction there is. 100 ears per square metre of that will give a yield reduction of 1 tonne per hectare. So what's that, 0.4 of a tonne an acre. And 100 ears per square metre is not a lot. I'll try and find some as I'm going around the county and show you a picture or some that's bad. So we started our crusade against blackgrass about, I think it was 2013. It was so bad that the wheat here like this, you couldn't see the wheat growing. There's so much blackgrass above the wheat crop, you had to part the blackgrass to see what crop was growing in it. It was that bad. So we sprayed off about 190 acres of growing wheat. It was that bad. And to stop the seed return. And that was the first year. I thought, right, let's start. So the first year we sprayed off 190 acres, which, yes, massive financial hit. So glad we've done it now because we're virtually blackgrass clear. And then we then after that, the next year, it was probably about 90 acres. And we hand-rogued all the rest. So we're only spraying off areas that's too bad to hand pull. And so I think it took us about 4 years to get so that we weren't spraying any off at all, and we be able to hand-rogue everything. So that's the first thing we've done. Then I sorted all the fields out into a sort of traffic light system. So I looked at the fields, and if they were bad for blackgrass, they went into the red category. If they were okay for blackgrass or dealable and could control it, and which was mainly probably in a sugar beet rotation, they went into the amber category. And then the fields that were clean went into the green category, and they're predominantly the fields on the light land up here where we are, apart from this one we're in now. And then the fields in the red category we put into continuous spring barley, took them out of growing winter wheat altogether. And there's one block of land we only brought back into growing wheat, I think last year. So it had been continuous spring barley for 9 years. So we'd cultivate the fields straight after harvest. This is the fields for spring barley. Let them grow up with blackgrass, spray with Roundup probably twice before Christmas. We'd then spray again before we're planting. And even if you can't see blackgrass, it will be a very, very minute, it's probably no thicker than a piece of hair. And then we'd spray it before we drill, and then spray off any bad patches or hand road. And that is how we've got rid of blackgrass. So we don't rely on chemicals apart from Roundup. We make sure we use robust rates because of potential resistance to Roundup, which would be horrendous if we had that here. And so a chemical, herbicides in the growing wheat, which a lot of people use, we don't. So for us, reaching for a can and spraying is the last resort, not the first. So we'll put on a basic pre-emergence herbicide. Sometimes it's Liberator, Defy, and DFF. They're the 3 products we'll use. Sometimes Crystal. So I can't quite remember or pronounce the exact active ingredients, but DFF is diflufenican. And we use that as a pre-em, and then that is it. So when I say pre-em, I mean pre-emergence of the crop. So we'll drill the crop, roll it, and then apply this herbicide so it seals the soil surface, and then that is all we'll do. No other herbicide apart from Roundup later in the year. And I don't believe in the post-emergence herbicides, because the blackgrass very quickly gets resistant to it. We had one product that Bayer brought out in about 2013, 14 probably, or maybe even before that, called Atlantis. Yeah, it was before that. And we used that, and it gave fantastic control of blackgrass. We abused it, we drilled early in September, which doesn't help blackgrass, and then used it, and very quickly, within about 3 years, we got resistance, and the chemical was broken. There's a new one BASF have brought out called Luximo. That came out last year, but we won't use that because I just prefer the other way. We'll spend around about £35,000 a year hand roguing, which, yes, is a lot, but we've reduced our herbicide spend by 35%. So we're actually better off financially and doing a better job hand pulling it, like you've just seen here, than we are with using chemistry. Just going on to drilling dates, on the other categories, on the amber categories, we wouldn't drill those with wheat until the 20th, 25th of October, irrespective of what the forecast is. Delayed drilling means delay it until the sort of pressure has gone. And if you drill wheat in September and expect to be blackgrass clear the following May, following June, on blackgrass potential land, then it won't happen. So you have to delay drilling, and then if you can't drill it, get spring crops in. But this is the first year we haven't been able to get spring crops in the ground because it's been so wet. And high seed rates as well. Choose a variety that's very vigorous, so it smothers it out. And the reason why spring barley has helped us get rid of blackgrass is because it is very vigorous. It covers the ground quickly, it stops light getting into the soil, and that's helped smother it out. And that's why spring barley for us has been an absolute saviour. So we've got a blackgrass trailer here with a toilet on, with water in an insulated container here for them. And then we've got a portaloo for the front, and fold up steps. So we take this, wherever they're pulling and working, we take this round, leave it on the field edge, so they've got shelter, they've got toilet, and then they can have the breaks as well.
Ice cream.
Yeah, ice creams, yeah, that's right, Tom, don't forget ice creams. We bring them ice creams in most days when it's decent weather. So this is what we did. We got some coach seats and converted this inside, and then they sit in here, get out the weather, keep all the bags in here. We've got a folder with all the worksheets and things on it. So really good. Put this on the back. This is a door out the old house before we demolished it, obviously. So that's it. Door as well, so really good trailer for the job. I'm a big believer in the better you look after people, the better job they'll do. We've taken the Kubota mower back down from here down to the farm, and this is our flat trailer. We do use as a low loader, as you can see, very occasionally. The ramps we've got, they live in the side here, but it's a real finger trapper putting them in on your own. And the reason why they don't slide up the back, because quite a lot of low loaders, the ramps slide in up there, is because the overhang from those wheels, from that back wheel to there, that overhang is not as long as what the ramps are. So you might say, well, why not get some shorter ramps? But the shorter ramps you have, it makes more of an angle there going up. But we only use it probably 2 or 3 times as a low loader. So these are the bags we use. They're bags for putting haylage in, and that's the size of them. When you see compared to my foot, so they're quite big. But what we do is we turn the tops over 2 or 3 times, so that they make a strong top to carry the bag with. Carry it with. That's what they're like when they're all ready to go. Good strong bag to carry the brome and all the weeds back to wherever the collection point is. It's now Tuesday, I think it's about 9:30 in the morning, and I've just come up to the heath to move the welfare trailer for the blackgrass pullers. Got the welfare trailer moved to the new location. It's still on the heath, so it's only like half a mile away from the yard. So to make sure the toilet works properly, they need keeping level. Got a load of different holes situated in here, so we can put that at whatever location we like. So we'll drop that on that stand, and that'll keep that really level, and it's just a great place for them to have the breaks. And also, if they happen to if it happens to rain, at least somewhere to go out the weather. Tom and Ruben have just got the Elita on the 8RX. This is the machine that we used to put oilseed rape in with, and I'll go through this in more detail in Sunday's update, but just a bit of a taste. You can see what we're doing. This is a machine that we built ourselves about 10 years ago. So thanks very much for watching this emergency, I suppose, midweek update on blackgrass. You can see I'm at the Lincolnshire show here. This is on tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. A lot to see here, huge counter show, and the good thing is it's still maintained its agricultural roots, if you like. There's machinery across in here, and here is a few stands that Rhonda's set up, so it's really good in here. Got lots going on over the next 2 or 3 days in there, so that's good. And then round the corner here is JCB. Got DMJ drainage. You saw them on the one of my serials updates, our local drainage company, and this is into the agricultural area. So our local John Deere dealer, Farrell's. This was, it's the same one, I think it is. It was at the Seals event last week. This is a John Deere stand. So there we go. So Amazon, New Holland, Dalbo, lots of kit here. And of course, no show would be complete without our sprayer on a stand. So I must admit it's great this time of year, I think, because every show that's on, it seems to be here, so it gets a clean and appears on the stand. So any time it's ready for a clean, I just phone Housem's up. Have you got any shows that you want to go to? Anyway, it's here at Lincolnshire Show, of course. Housem's Lincolnshire company, and I've been on the board here at the showground. I'm on the council here now, so it's always great to support these local events. Anyway, that's it for this early midweek update. I am going to be doing one from the Lincolnshire Show here. I think it might be Thursday night, which will cover both days, and then Sunday, the normal Sunday update as well. But lots to see at the Lincolnshire Show. If you get a chance to come, do come along. Fantastic 2-day event focusing food, farming and everything great to do with Lincolnshire. So thanks for watching this update, and we'll see you at the show, or we'll see you probably Thursday night.